What did we just find?
Oh.
Did we just find a Easter egg? RNNB International.
Oh, well, we just got a brand new look at the DLC. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop on board with the members of EG, a.k.a. Evil Geniuses. This purchase was humongous for Call of Duty Esports.
Absolutely was, and Karma is going to be able to win a big gunfight here at B. So I believe it's him and Krim are going to be able to, well, I thought lock down B, but they got killed from outside bar, and just like that, looks like they're going to be two-hopping B, members of Justus. So early two-cap control will go to Justus, and they don't even have their home flag right now, EG. But they are working on A and C. Looks like a player just won a gunfight at A, so they will have two-cap here momentarily.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, the big thing here about Justus, we see it out of the lower-ranked teams here in the league play. But Justus is a team who very rarely goes for B off the break. They actually like to go for the flip immediately, and now somehow they only have B, and this is not looking good.
Well, yeah, I mean, it looked great off the start. They neutraled their home flag. They were able to win B as well. They're about to have a two-cap with nothing for EG, but that's switched so quickly. On board with Karma here at bar. He's able to pick up one kill, trying to get this switched over. Just completely melts Twizzini here, and they will have that locked down. So they are now in control of B and C.
Karma's definitely happy to be back on the Xbox One. You know, granted he does play a little bit of AR here and there, but I think Krim's kind of nudged him out of that role. So for him to have this soft and just be able to run around and slay, he's really happy. You can just see the bullets just register better on the Xbox One. They just do.
And that was just 3 down for the members of EG, and they did lose the two-cap control as outside will now be dominated by Justus, and that's 4 down for EG. So good plays here from the members of Justus. And yeah, talking about the Xbox One, you know what's funny? I saw a tweet from Gage Shot last night. Someone complaining about the One controller. He's like, dude, just keep using it. Like, you'll never want to go back. And I hate to admit, remember how much I hated the Xbox One controller first? I love it now. It's so comfortable. Like, it
was the only thing that you could actually use when you had your, like, arm broken.
Yeah, I don't know when it changed for me, but now when I pick up the 360 controller, I, like, miss holding the Xbox One controller.
I hated the Xbox 360 controller.
I always loved it.
I love the S-Type. I like it. Just being a little bit bigger.
Kind of reminded me of the S-Type.
Make your crappy joke. Come on.
No, I got nothing, Scott.
I set you up there.
I mean, you always have liked big stuff. But here we are, 2 down for each side, under 3 minutes to go. And right now, it is going to be a 14-point lead for Justus. So good start here for them. And we're on board here with Krim as he's going to try and rotate top C. Looks like he's just covering top middle right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's got a guy over here to his right. Man, he did not see him, and he's just going to be taken out immediately. And now on board with Patrice Bergeron here, as he's just going to get cleaned up as well. And EG, honestly, losing a lot of their gunfights. I don't even know if they warmed up before this, but finally they do have a two-cap here. This is going to be Karma's job to rotate back here to clean up him. Easy kill. And now as we take a look at the mini-map here, we will see as Justus has decided to go towards A, Karma has to come up big.
Yeah, he should be able to pick up at least one. That was easy work, and I guess a teammate must have picked him off from mid-stairs because he didn't get the... He didn't even see that second player, so they helped him out there. He's able to get one more at A, and this is a tough spot here. Look at the line EG has set up across the map here. This is not looking good for the players of Justus right now.
And notice how Teep actually has decided to rotate back into bar so he can at least funnel him in there and hit him with a free fire. Has one. Can he make it a two-piece? He's got 2 more guys pushing him. He's going to go for the free fire, and he is able to get that. Will he get all 4? No, he doesn't.
Oh, God. Yeah, he had the opportunity there to have a completely sick 4-piece, but he did do his job, able to take out 2. Karma now on board with him. He's at 14-6 with 3 caps, so having a hell of a game. Down to the final 80 seconds. Basically a wash right now, just a 2-point lead here for Justus.
Yeah, 2-point lead. Strike zone domination is just absolutely nothing. There is one guy who's actually hiding all the way in the back of C, which Justus is a big fan of keeping one guy there just to kind of bait it. So they're not even going to, if they go to C, EG is going to be screwed. But it looks like they just keep focusing on B, dude.
Yeah, and they're still maintaining this lead. I mean, EG is able to take B now. If they can hold this 2-cap to the rest, obviously they'll retake the lead here. But I'm impressed so far for the play from Justus. They haven't really gotten trapped too often. They were trapped to C for a little bit by EG. Broke out of that, though, pretty quickly when I thought they were locked up. But we're in the same scenario again with them just getting pinned here at C. And this is going to allow for EG to get 3 down and also neutral this flag. It looks like they're going to have a flip with, C and D right now.
Yeah, basically what happened was that since EG was covering the entire map, it forced members of Justus to actually spawn in on B. And now we saw Doubt is on a terror here. He's still rocking this Vector with the thermal. Now, According to Drifter, it is all mental. It's just placebo effect. It doesn't actually have any difference on the game, but we started seeing a lot. I mean, Curse Black was using it.
Of what, the thermal one?
Yeah, the
Who's
thermal
running
with
that?
the Vector. Doubt.
Oh, is he still running in this game? I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
He was the one we saw running it a lot yesterday. But just like that, what ended up towards the final half was pretty much a lead for Justus the whole time. It actually ended up being a 5-point lead for EG. So good turnaround there over the final minute or so as they were able to regain the lead.
Good job here, and really, the big difference was as soon as Justus decided to keep one guy back at C, and really you have to answer EG with gunfights. You can't just let them kind of have their way with B, because we saw them set up that line like right in the middle of the map. They had 2 guys watching C, they had Krim watching Catwalk, and then they had Karma just holding A flag. Like that was easy for them. They're gonna win a 2-on-2 every single time almost. So
No, yeah, definitely.
you gotta flood that.
Yeah.
Look at this. Team gear. Oh, Maven. Oh, come on, open up.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to let you in any of the doors, but all right, they are
Women's bathroom.
kicking off the game here.
Oh,
As we switch over to X, he's able to pick up one. He's going to try to, I believe, put pressure on A here, but as you can see, there is one player waiting. Picks that up easy. Huge start here as that's 3 down for Justus. So they're pushing the 3 cap right now, and if he can win this battle coming from his right, they may have had a little time with that, but he does go down.
This is going to be difficult for EG here. Well, TP won that humongous battle in B, but that was a very scary situation. They had 2 guys go down. Aches ended up going down with TP in basically a 1-on-2 scenario. So Justus would have been a little bit quicker to get on B. They would have been fine, but just a little bit too slow.
Yeah, I think Justus is going to be in trouble here just because the player we usually see perform the best here from AG is Eggs, and he had kind of a rough first side. I mean, just pretty average. He was around even, maybe a couple kills negative. He started out hot here at 4-1, now 4-2. So if he kicks it into the gear we know he can on this particular game type, it's going to be very hard for Justus to mount any kind of comeback.
Ooh, that's a very, very difficult battle here. Now, Krim does have 2 guys in the courtyard. Down he goes. We're going to jump on board here with the Twiz. The great Twiz. Oh, and we're going to go. See? The Vector with the thermal still. Even on this game type.
Oh, just ran right by a player there and gets stabbed kind of in the back of his shoulder there. But just looking at it now, only a little over a minute in here. Nothing too crazy as far as a lead goes. Just 4 points. If you're just hopping in, it was a 5-point lead on the first side. We have 2 down for Justus right now as we'll see them try and mount this comeback because we're on board with Doubt.
And Doubt's, he's going to hop on this A flag. He does have to be careful because EG is kind of overwhelming every single thing. And we've done so well with calling them EG, by the way, man. I am very, very happy.
I have one interesting question here. Stola, Ogres, and Walsh.
Okay.
Would they beat EG? I don't know if you're saying like skill-wise, like in their prime. I mean, those 4 players in their
wise.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what the question is. At COD now, at the God days, do you think they would beat? I'm not sure I understand the question.
You can't compare stuff
yeah,
like that. He's basically asking you if Ogres, Walshy, and Pistola, which was never even a team, would beat EG both in their prime. They played 2 completely different games.
But I mean, at their prime, though, if you're talking, I mean, they were the best. When they were at their peak, they were the best, similar to what we're looking at here. So, I mean, there's some similarities with that, but as far as them matching up, I mean, it's just 2 different games.
No, it's 2 completely different games. But anyways, I mean, look at Quizzy, 12-9. 0 caps. He's just been a slaying machine. He's got a guy coming from the closet. He has 1 guy at beer. He's just going to be cut down immediately by the Teep. Teep Elite, 6-5 is going to go for this rotation here. And he knows, basically, as soon as you start capping B, you know the enemy's going to come straight for C. And he has 1 penny to make it 2. He's got 1 guy at the catwalk. The guy jumps out, and he's just going to be cleaned up. That is a bold play, friend.
Well, he had a second one there to at least clean that up. Now, Karma, it looks like he's going to be rotating back into B to play defense. They do have C, but they have no one to defend C. As you see the players flooding out of Pro Shop now are going to put a lot of pressure on C. So Karma's rotated back. He has another teammate there, and this is going to be hard to stop unless they pick up the 2-piece. And who was it? I think it was Krim. Krim got 1, but he did get taken out at C. So this is about to be a flip here. 2-cap control is going to go to C and B as they don't even have a flag right now. So this is definitely, I think we're going to see a lead change here very quickly.
Yeah, very, very quickly. So keep in mind, first side was a +5 for the members of EG.
Just like that,
they
6
won
point.
Yep, 6-point differential here. And just like this, I mean, Justus is really crawling back into this one. And as you notice, I mean, big difference maker. Obviously, Twiz and Hellfire forcing as many gunfights as humanly possible. Now, Twiz has another guy in front of him, cleans him up. 2 guys coming from in front of the kitchen. This is going to be a big play. I love the rotation, Maeve.
Well, it's a 3-point separating right now with the first side, so EG has to get a cap, and they have to get one pretty soon here as we're getting down to, what, the final 60 seconds. And like you said, Twizzini has 17 on this side, so he's really going huge on this second side of Dom, on pace for like 40 kills.
Yeah, that's bonkers. And Sin just crushed. And now it is up to Teep and Karma and Krim. They got the B spawn here because with the update you get more group spawns. And now, dude, this is not looking good for them, man. No, they have to get a second cap or this is curtains.
Yeah, they're down, what, 13 right now. They almost need to get a cap and neutral. I mean, they're down to the final 30 seconds here. And this, I believe, game 1 is going to go to Justus because that's what Krim just dropped at A. This is toast. They're at 14 points right now. So, wow.
Justice,
big
so much for that
side
3-0.
by Justice, yeah. And, well, Twizzini, man, 19 and 15. This is the number of engagements there alone. What, 34? Oh, he's got 30. A two-piece. God.
Yeah.
21 so and 15, 36 overall engagements. And he had 0 caps just a minute ago and ended up getting 3 there. Wow.
That's good. That's a lot of engagements. And, you know, that's a big thing here. And that's something that EG really has to switch. They really have to start forcing more engagements. I mean, we saw it time and time again, strikes and domination, especially on the Xbox One. Very little tacticals, maybe one person runs trophy, pops, but force the engagements, stay on top of the rotation.
Well, typically they're the most aggressive Dom team. At least when you look at stats from like champs, by far and away they were the most aggressive domination team. But you know, looking at that there, well, they need to win some more gunfights. Is what it looks like, just because they have every single player in the negative right now.
Well, the most engagements on the other side was what? Krim with 32 total engagements, but he only had 15 kills of that. So
yeah.
Not exactly what you want to see from the Krim, but I mean, at the same time, that great job by Justus. I mean, they lost by 5 the first side. I would say they had control of the game pretty much throughout the entire
until really the final 60 to 90 seconds there. So we'll have to see here if EG can bounce back in the game 2 S&D. We're just gonna have to quick commercial break, and we'll get into the next lobby. Get ready for that one.
Why is it so zoomed in, Maeve? I broke. Okay, there it is. Woo-hoo. I was going to have kittens.
I think what we need to do is I will handle Codcaster before the game starts. You take it over once the game starts.
No.
I might have some magic.
Hey, well, you know what this is? This is a fast B push here. On the
Sepso, my mind is also blown. Thank you, boys.
See?
Sepso, we're here for you. You're like my childhood hero. So I made that up, but I do think you're a classy man.
He looks good in a blazer. That's one size too small.
I feel like even when he's lounging around his own home, watching like, you know, a show with his significant other, he's married. He's probably in slacks and a blazer.
No,
like at all times.
I could see it.
But with like expensive sandals on.
Yeah, well, the thing that sucks is like his casual wear is like what we would wear out to like a nice place. Like he would wear like around the house like a polo and shorts, and we're like, oh yeah, let's get dressed up.
All right, well here we are into the game as we say some interesting things about MLG's own Sepso, the man, the myth, the legend, the hero of the ages. We're on board with TP. Yep. They've got 2 in front of them here. One's going to go down. Teep needs to try and pick up one of these 2. Not able. Has to back away. As that was Crim6 that was taken out right away here. And this is going to be tough to get down as they are already down a man.
It's not every day that we actually see EG go with a B push. So the fact that Justus actually stacked B first round against them was very, very unusual. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at Pat Price as he's going to be taking out Karma. Will be able to even that one up there. So now it is going to be a 2-on-3 scenario. Karma, he did see him, and he's going to go for the challenge. Try to hit a little bit of a wall back there. Isn't going to get it, and now he is in a 1-on-3 scenario. If there's anyone can do it,
how many 1v, like 1v2, at least 1v2s, he had several.
He's got 5 bullets to do.
Yeah, 5 bullets is going to be tough, especially when you just get shot before you even really get moving there. So, well, it looks like he changed his thing from God to me greater than you.
Oh, well, that's nice of him.
He's the best.
Well, he's got God in his gamer tag now.
Oh, that's probably why the switch. Unless is it? I don't know if they carry over between 360 and 1. Your tags. I'm not really sure.
It should. I like how Aches is his patient 0.
That's what it is, really.
Yeah, he's the worst. Anyways, we're going to jump on board with the Twiz. The Twiz man, 2-0 start. He is slapping people today in League Play. He had, what, 20 and...
22, 23, something like that in the second side of Dom.
This is
really crushing.
Push.
Oh, I think he sniffed him out, though.
He's got the shot. Twiz has got it. There you go, Twiz. 3-on-3 scenario. Twiz holding down this street. If anyone comes out from B-Dom, he's kind of screwed, but he's okay for just holding research for the time being. And he has a guy coming around the corner, and oh my god, just turns away last second.
And he's kind of pinned here. You can see two players sort of surrounding here, maybe moving in. They're going to engage if this flanker comes through first.
Oh!
Wow, and rips off TP's face.
Oh my god!
And takes out the other in Karma. So wow, big round. And that's what, 5-0 now for Twizzini. He is getting it all done.
Yeah,
But
all of it.
This second kill, wow.
I don't know how he knew he was there.
I don't know. Well, I think there was a teammate, maybe, or I don't know. Someone must have called him out because he whipped that around real fast.
That was impressive.
Keep whipping it around, Twizzini.
Whipped that joint. Well, now we should be seeing EG go back to A.
This is on the Xbox One, whoever would like to know.
Oh, well, okay. So EG confident in the fact that B was just a fluke that last time, and now we are going to jump on board with the bomb carrier here, which is T.
Coming back in at EG after a disappointing game one. I mean, they won the first side, even if it was only by 5. They were in control of it, and sort of got ran on towards the end of side 2. So we'll see if they can come back in this. Who do you feel? Well, might as well stand with Twizzini. He's crushing it right now, 5-1.
Well, this is what's interesting to me. You know, Twiz, we just saw him have so much success with that sub. You know, that vector he pushed up, he was crushing. And now we see him switch to Thermal MG, and now he's actually going to go back again to the AR. So Karma's going to be taken out right away. Let's put one grenade, and bomb is not going to go down as EG's pet prize. X is going to be on a flank, and actually no, it wasn't. Not him. It's not him. It was Krim. Krim was on a flank.
Well, we'll see. Krim, you can tell me the Orca Mode I had one ready to tee up, but he is going to drop. But Sin will be last alive. Sin taken out by Eggs, and just like that, tied up the series at 2-2. So far, just looking at the KDs here, Eggs really stepping up his game. Twizzini, who is out to that 5-0 start, has just basically on 0-1 the past 2 rounds. So he's got to turn that around as far as the rest of the players on Justus do as well. It's only Sin is the other one kind of in positive right now.
Yeah, but to be honest, you know, Justus is looking a lot better than I gave them credit for going into this one. I'm not sure if EG is kind of using this as practice or they're just done with A completely, but we're seeing yet another B push here. This is 3 B pushes for EG, which normally we saw them as a one-trick pony, only B. But anyways,
yeah,
Aches has a guy on the outside, Maeve. Well, he's going to force this engagement.
Well, that's really how EG's been just an SMG in general, pretty much. They pick one they're good at, and they just decide they're going to shove it down your throat. I don't know why I just said yeah throat. I think I miss Mr. X, so sometimes I decide to make up words to try and sound like him. That could be it. We haven't. I miss him, man. We haven't had him on the show in so long. I just want him back.
Well, when we see him the next time, he's going to be like a completely new person.
Got his haircut. He's got a girlfriend. Like Michelle's stealing our mans.
Yeah, I'm gonna punch her.
No, we don't hit ladies here, UGC. But
it's Mr. X.
Krim able to pick up once, maybe 2 down here, just to make that 3 down. Twiz left the last alive, and he's been playing really well. We'll see if he can do it, but no. Tries to peek the corner. TP says, no, sir, not today, not in EG's house. Just like that, 3 ripped off straight here.
Very, very difficult to win that battle as Twiz with the thermal on.
Yeah, incredibly
bringing
difficult.
it up very, very slow, even with quick draw. It's just, there's just no chance. You're screwed, buddy. But anyways, 3-2. EG wins an offensive round. It is now time to see what the boys on Justus can do. And no one sniping. Come on! Let's get some snip-snaps.
Yeah, we really haven't seen anyone sniping. I'm going to tweet the stream right now, so you can just keep...
Yeah, you do that, buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to do that for you.
Yeah, and if anyone in the chat... Right now, we call this the halfway mark.
I'm going to use the Twitters here. Now that we're actually in games and it's working, you know?
Yeah, there was always a chance that we weren't going to get into a single game. Anyways.
There we go. Twitter's done. All right, on board with the Twizzard.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah. No.
Come on, we call Twiz the Twizzard, Twizzini the Twizzard. I made sense in my head, but under a minute to go here. All four still up, 3-2 lead for EG. Aches taken out here. Twizzini does have one to his left. And right. He's got people everywhere.
Yeah, he's in a very, very difficult situation. Look at this. Teep has no idea he's there. He has none. So there is going to be a guy on A. Teep's main job is going to be waiting for them to get this bomb down. And we do have Karma all the way in control room. So Twiz, oh, is he going to get ballsy? He's just going to lay on the stairs.
I just don't have the patience to do what either of these players.
He heard him. He must have heard him. And oh my God. Twiz just comes out there, gun blazing. And now it's going to be a 2-on-2. Karma and Crim, two of the most individually talented players in the history of Call of Duty, are now working together. So this is scary.
Yeah, BL Fire is in a 1v2, and wow, Crim rips him up from research, and they have plenty of time to get this disarmed. So that's going to be 4 straight here for EG. Looks like they're starting to get rolling after a rough game 1.
Yeah. Well, we kind of expected as soon as it kind of went to their host that EG should not lose on host. No team should lose on their host. If they lose on host, that's when you're like, okay, this is huge. It's just like losing at home in like basketball or any of those events.
Yeah. So this one, well, they did switch. This is definitely on EG's house, I would think, since they did make that change. And it's tough for EG too, because I think they have basically one Midwest, 1 East Coast, and 2 West Coast. So they're about as spread over the country as you possibly can be for a 4-man squad.
Yeah. 2 North Carolina, and then 1 Seattle, and then wherever the hell Teep lives in California.
He's San Diego, I believe.
God, he belongs. No wonder he's such a nice guy. With that weather, you can't be a crappy person. Like, you can't be like us.
People are more outgoing and nicer, sort of in Southern Cal, but also you get a lot of like arrogant pricks. But here we are with Aches.
San Diego Southern?
He's got one. Yeah, San Diego Southern.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Aches is able to pick up one there. They will have the 4-3 man advantage as Aches is going to rotate out the backside of control there. At the same time, Justus or Doubt making the exact opposite move as he pushes up top. He got one. Can he get the bomb plant?
Oh no, that's bad.
Oh, not able to clean that up. So what is it? TP and Karma against Sin. They're stuck in a 1v2 again, similar to last round.
That was not a good round there as Teep was able to get the bomb down, but just like this, Sin has one. Can he make it 2? It's all up to Karma. Karma, you can just see his movement. It's so weird. But
he's nervous. When Karma gets scared, man, he'll hide somewhere.
Oh, that's exactly what's happened.
Yeah, he's just gonna hide, playing it patient. That's smart though. Time's on his side. He's either gonna try and hunt down this kill or go for the disarm, and he's only got 3 seconds left to do so.
Oh,
he didn't.
No, he didn't get it in time. Wow.
Yeah, I mean that was a nice try. I don't know what other options he had there. I mean, he knew he had to try and get the kill first.
That was great.
He was like 0.5 seconds off, maybe a little bit more than that, but right.
I think it was like 2 or 3. Yeah, I mean, depending on when he picked it up.
Yeah, very close.
Very close. I mean, I'm splitting hairs with you.
Hey, nice try there, Sen. Good effort all around. We were impressed with your play.
Well, let's see.
Except that you didn't do it in time.
Yeah, loser. Anyways, we're gonna jump on board with EG to see how they play on the defensive side of things. Taking a look at the breakout. Justus going with a very slow B push here, and oh my God, Aches got way up in there, and he's going to strike first blood, and now they have them on their heels.
Yeah, and this, if you just hop into this game too, it was 2-0 for Justus, and now 5 straight here. Aches able to stab one, has one across. He's going to be jumping out. He might be able to 3.
This is the ace. He's got it.
He rotated. Nope. He got out of there. He wanted nothing to do with it. The other pro was like, I just saw my 2 teammates die. I'm sprinting the opposite direction. Unfortunately, runs into another EG player.
TP, yeah. Mr. Role playing over here. Just sitting back doing his job. He sees his teammates push up. He's like, guys, I got it.
Aches basically played like the herder there. It just herded him right to a stationary TP, just waiting there with his sub. So, who you want to start off with here is 3, 2, 1.
Twiz.
Go time. Tie series 1-1. Who will win the game 3?
Well, we are actually getting 2 aggressive subplay here, and is Doubt running this vector with thermal, or is this an AR? I'm assuming this is going to be an AR, but I'm just going to kind of wait for this here. Just for a second. Yeah, okay, so he's going to do that. I'm going to jump on board with Twiz. Twiz, when they had host last time, destroyed everything, and he did his homework. Oh, man. Aches is really mad about that. Anytime Aches gets caught, he's not happy. And just like this, Justus is actually on board first, as they are able to go up 1-0. But as we know in Blitz, 1-0 lead means absolutely nothing. But, oh, man, Aches is going to be pushing in here. He's going to be cleaned up. Taking a look. Now Karma slowly pushing up. And I think EG might be running 3 subs.
and they just haven't been able to get too good a pressure right now. His team should be able to clean up that kill. So they've got this left side kind of locked down. We'll see if they can put some pressure forward. You can see with the Oracle mode, there's going to be a player waiting for TP. Oh, God.
He looked at him.
I thought he was going to react and shoot there, but took his time. He should be able to get shots down. Gets ripped up. Who was that? Doubt. Lights him up. Krim last alive. He drops as well. That is all 4 down for EG. As you're going to see the members of Justus start to flood across mid-map here. Looks like they're trying to go far left, as they're trying to push that broken side, one through the middle by gas, and one kind of waiting for like more kind of a defensive position on that far right spot.
Yeah, it's not bad. Basically, what they're trying to do is layer the map. It's a cycle thing for them. They got their first kills, so they got out of their base, and instead of just overextending and trying to play at very, very fast pace, they decided, let's just wait, and just like that, now it's going to be 2-1. They are pissed. That's the worst feeling when you kill someone and then they score.
Yeah, I know there was one like that last night. Who was it that had like a bad one? Was it Optic?
I think it was Curse, yeah.
Curse or Optic. I know. I think it was Scum. Somebody tweeted they were so furious because that can happen, because sometimes it feels like you should definitely have that kill before they slide through, and yet they still make it in. But on board with Aches here, not able to pick BL Fire off the head glitch as he does take him out. Looking at it right now, Doubt, though, the one that's been running that scope you love so much, Scott, is 8-3 right now.
And I gotta say, I'm very, very surprised that EG is actually running 3 subs on this game time. I didn't see that coming, and oh my God, Karma. I think they're just abusing online at this point and just letting it be known that, hey, we can slide in and still score, whatever. We're just trying to go to Anaheim.
Well, both caps have worked out here as Teep is able to punch through another. So 3-2 lead. We do have a lead change going to EG, but pressure is on as they're trying to... Eggs. He's got one right here. If he can win this battle, he might be able to slide him, and no, he does get taken down from behind by Sin. TP also trying to flood across. Going to go down. 2 currently down for the members of VG.
And Karma is actually in a very, very good spot here. If he has one of his teammates actually push up, which should be Crimsix, who's going to be top pawn, who's now rotating back, he wins this gunfight. He's got a cap, like hands down.
Oh, yeah.
And now
no
Justus.
Anywhere.
What is
nearby.
Justus has a guy sitting. Sin has actually been top pawn this entire time. I thought he was bottom diner, but he was not.
Oh, well, he decided to get off a pawn and gets destroyed by Teep. Doubt able to bounce
2
up
piece.
and take out one.
2 piece!
Maybe get a second here. Yes. He takes out TP. So that is going to be 2 down for EG as they're trying to get across here. Justus, because they are down 2 right now. 90 seconds to go. Twizzini should have a cap here. I don't think there's anyone in position to really stop that. So no, 4-3, 1-point lead now for EG. Is that Aches we are on with? He's going to have to win at least 1. I think 2
there's a lot of
gunfights maybe to try and get this through, and he just gets ripped up by Sin.
Yeah, and Karma's actually going to be trying to pave the way here for Teep. Teep wins 1 battle. There's going to be another guy there. Krim now, meanwhile, in the middle of the map.
With that AR moseying across.
Pushing up with this. This could be crazy. Oh, he's not even going to shoot. This is such Krim luck, dude. I've decided. Okay, now he should be dead.
Oh, so if he is able to get both those kills there in cap, that would have been absolutely freakish. But he only gets 1. It looks like Sen's going to sneak through.
Oh, that was sick.
Karma, their defender, doesn't manage to come up clutch on that one as he does lose that 1v1. All tied up 4-4, 45 seconds to go. Looks like Pat Aches sneaking around the back. No idea, but there was no one at home to stop him.
As we all know, Aches loves going backdoor.
Big fan of the sneaky route as he punches that one through the rear end. And we're under 30 seconds here. It is going to be a 1-cap lead for EG for the first side so far. Now, taking a look at it, I don't think anyone well, actually, there are a couple Justus members that might have
there are a couple.
Yeah, they can probably press here and try to get one in, because that's going to be someone getting shot in the back. One more laying prone there by it. Let's see if BL Fire is able to pick up that kill. Nobody's oh God, tries to run right through and gets taken out.
Yeah, his teammate actually just went straight through, and there was a little bit of a miscommunication because BL Fire was like, oh, dude, I'm getting this cap, and here comes the last second.
Oh my.
Barely missing that second.
Misses that by God, just a second. Not able to sneak in there. So it will be, what, still 5-4, I believe. Nothing went through there in the final second.
Whatever
so
the
I think that's what it was.
Round was at the
1
end.
cap, thankfully, with this game tie. Oh, it's 5-5.
Yeah, it's all tied up.
Oh, then I missed the one for
I guess
Justus
that one
then.
before that of BL Fire was 5-5.
Yeah, because when I looked at it, I didn't think anyone was going to get through, but he did punch it through. All right, so tie game. Basically a clean slate here for both sides. Just looking at the kills, though, looks like Krim went big at 12-7. Doubt started out 8-2, and now at 15-7, so he had a huge first half.
Yeah, and so did BL Fire, actually. I mean, sorry, I was trying to get a drink there. But someone said, who is that? Goon Squad STL, which I'm assuming means St. Louis, or I got nothing, Saddle. So what is the reason for Cole to change their name? So Cole didn't just have a name change. They were actually bought out by a completely different organization, which was basically just like acquiring a team. Yeah. And Evil Geniuses is a humongous company in the esports.
The exact details of their contracts, no idea. I'm assuming there was more money involved for them per month. They had better deal with that. And again, it's just when you look at Complexity is a big organization, but EG is huge. They really are just one of the biggest self-sustaining gaming orgs in this industry. So it was cool to see them get involved. But as we hop back into the gameplay, there was an early cap for EG, so they are going to have the back to that 1 cap lead as we're a minute in.
Yeah, and Twiz trying to even this one up. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Got lost. He's playing defense.
Yeah, he's going to even it up by playing defense and hoping the teammates score.
You know, when they flip sides, sometimes it takes me a second, and I wasn't really paying attention because I was answering that. And so that is that. Anyways, it looks like we are going to be tied up here. Twiz contemplating pushing the far left side here. He does have 2 guys coming on. Motel has 1. Can he make it 2? And he gets hit markers, but no sale.
And just taking a look at it, Aches has kind of talked about how, depending on what coast it's on, they'll have 2 players do well and 2 players not do so well. Not exactly the case right now, but I'm thinking it might be West Coast, seeing that Krim is at 16-11 and Aches is at 8-19 right now, which is not a KD you usually see out of Aches ever. So
yeah, not in a respawn game.
Yeah, thinking we're probably on a West Coast host right now, but 3 minutes in, 3 minutes left, still all tied up. Krim ripped up 2 there, and we'll see if we can get some pressure here as well. That's just Aches getting caught sprinting.
Yeah, and Teep actually is able to push up. There is going to be a guy bottom pawn. He heard the call out there. He's waiting for him. I think he saw his helmet there. He is able to win that battle. We are going to jump on board here with Aches. Wins 1 gunfight finally. Has another guy jumping at him. Down he goes. And look at down 24-10. I think I figured out who the host was for their team.
No, not sure, but yeah, it's 2 different players now we've really seen go off between Twiz and Doubt between games 1 and 3 as far as the respawns. But we still are all tied up here. And who's that you have highlighted? BL-Fire. He's kind of on defensive. Who is it? Anyone trying to sneak through right now? Doesn't look
sneakers.
like it.
But you know, it's very interesting. Doubt just broke his leg. It's very interesting to see as Doubt is playing defense for his team. He has the most kills in the game. That is not every day you see that. He's going to be cleaned up right from behind here, and that is Aches. So Aches is really trying to punch a cap in here. But as you can tell by the minimap, Justus ready for the defeat.
Well, if his other teammate can mow through at least 1 here, he wasn't able to get a kill. There's going to be 1 waiting the second.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, he didn't see him. I don't think he saw him. He's about to be coming back.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, so good defense there by Justus. No one really too far over mid-map. There's 1 player, it looks like, from EG trying to get in position to cross here. Bottom broken.
Oh.
And Krim not able to get that kill. So as we get down to the final 90 seconds, no one in a really good spot to punch them in. And we've been got a couple minutes now here without a cap. So this is anyone's game.
Yep, BL-Fire has a guy from his left and his right. He's going to be taken out here by Karma. Karma now pushing up as yet another guy here. Top broken. He's got 4 members of Justice waiting for him, but he's in such a good spot that he can let his teammate know where they're going to be at. So now Aches and Teep working together here, the duo. And now Teep is going to rotate back up to top broken.
Well, they're just kind of playing really static D right now. Justus, you can see the arrows, all 4 in and around their base right now, trying to do whatever they can to make sure. And Aches able to clutch it and punch 1 through. Down to the final 45 seconds. If they can keep that pressure up, Justus hasn't really been able to get out of their base. It's 2 kills here for EG. Krim rotating around the backside, trying to pick one up. They punch in another cap. TP kind of playing at home right now, playing a little defense. If Krim can pick up 1 more kill, actually, I think his teammates flanking around. They're going to get another cap here. They should easily have another cap. Yep, that's Aches who punches 1 through. Then Krim finally got taken out of their base. So that was wow. That's a 3 rally, though, in the final 60 seconds.
Nah, make this 4. Oh, my God.
Krim didn't even take it. I didn't see his arrow up there anymore. I thought he was still up there.
Oh, that's because I was on board with him.
Oh, God, I was staring at the minimap. I wasn't even looking at the player.
I know what you're saying. But yeah, that's huge.
That's 5 in a row on recycle. Like a 10-second cap, 10-second cap, 5 in a row. So that basically went from an incredibly tight game with no caps for like 2.5, 3 minutes to EG getting a perfect setup there in their base. And that is why we talk about the fact that you cannot just play like a static defense. You know, you saw when it got tight there, one team got ballsy, pushed across and got set up at broken and tried to put pressure on. Justus got a little scared, I guess, and sort of turtled there, and all 4 remained at home. That turned into them getting crushed.
But, to be honest as well, Jason Lake, I met him at COD Champs, and amazing guy, owner of Complexity. So far, every organization owner that I've met, is genuinely pretty awesome. Big Snacks is a good dude.
Yeah.
Chaos Silencer is a good guy on TK. Hex is obviously good. Hastro. No problem. Oh, and Jay Negron. I can't leave him out.
But here we are going into Game 3. If you are just hopping in, it is going to be a 2-1 series lead for EG. Dropped the Game 1 domination, 6-2'd in Game 2 S&D, and then we had a really close blitz until Aches went nuts. He told me he was on like a 9-point streak at the end and got 4 of the 5 final caps. So he got fired up and took over after being, what was he, 8-19 to start that game?
Yeah, he wasn't doing well, but Krim has one, makes that an easy 2-piece through the wall. Will he get a second one? There is going to be another guy around the corner. He has an AR too. He's going to be cleaned up. We're going to jump on board with the Carm Dog, who's going to die. Now we're going to see what Twiz is doing. He's over here in the middle of the map. He should be hopping on B, but he does have to be super careful. And look, this is the group spawn we were talking about, Maven, right at red. They get that spawn so many times.
Yeah, all 4 just popped out there. And at least early on here, Control is going to be going to EG. They do have this AB locked down right now. We're a minute in here. They've already jumped out to a 7-point lead. So good job holding this. But as we see, there is a player that was just pushing B for Justus, does get taken out. I like this play from Twiz, though. He's trying to rotate back, maybe neutral A, or actually he's pulling the flank.
He needs to make up his mind.
Yeah, I would say one or the other. Exactly. One or the other.
He's got to do one or the other. But as we said, now EG is going to be in this weird situation where they're going to be spawning in the middle of the map, as you can tell. So one guy has to rotate all the way back, which is, he's already there, but he has to win this gunfight, and he does. So now it's going to be on Sin and Doubt, who are not in the best of spots. And who is this sneaking around here? This is actually going to be Aches, the team captain, directly underneath him. Yeah. He's got a guy back longer here, and he's going to lose.
Well, your dream scenario there, when you pulled back, I think it was Karma might have to rotate back there and deal with Twiz on that neutral, is you hope there'll be at least some pressure from Justus on B. But you can see just from Aches positioning and the rest of EG, they did a really good job holding that down, because there was not a second there where they were worried about losing B at all. So
that's a very, very, very good point.
Yeah, the neutral, I mean, it did its job to a degree, but didn't allow them to get pressure on the central cap. So as we look at it, the lead continues to grow. 17 points here, now 18 for EG, under 3 to go. We're on with Karma, who is red 3 right now, just being very annoying for 3 members there of Justus.
And that is not just going to be an EG thing, by the way. That is going to be done by every single team. And it's mainly just because of the spawns. Look, they have a spawn, but look at where they're spawning up. They're spawning over here in front of Owens. It's changed the game completely.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. As who we have Krim here. Is Krim going to try and push their home cap? No, he's going to go back to try and work on B, I believe, as they did finally lose B to Justus after holding it for almost 2.5 minutes there. Krim and some long-range MTAR battles. That's going to be a tough one to win. It's wise of him to back down here and wait for some reinforcements. Rotates into fire. Should come up behind. What? Oh, no. That's a tough one. That fight was like nipple to nipple. They were up against each other.
That was not what you wanted to see, man. Krim is screaming too. He's contemplating throwing his Xbox.
Oh yeah, he's had a pretty eventful past couple days with Rage there. His BL fire just tore Krim's face off that head glitch. And like that, I mean, still 20-point lead for EG. We have 3 down for Justus right now. So they're still completely in control. They were able to take B at least. That is Justus. So they might be able to get at least some points back in this one. They've been kind of getting blown out for the most part this first side.
Yep, and I wanted to get Aches because Aches should be going for the neutral here. Oh, he's going to go on the rotation. He is going to have one guy in front of him, cleans him up. Will he make it 2-piece? Yes, he does. And there's going to be another guy easy for him. Will he kill the whole team? That is the question, Maven. And double positives, he's feeling good.
Yeah, and this, I believe, is back to EG's host here. As we saw, Aches kind of struggling with kills in the last one on Justus's host, but really getting the ball rolling here as he is 14-8 with 1 capture. That's going to be 3 down right now for the members of EG. Still have a 2-cap control right now for Justus. So that 20-plus lead they had for a while has been narrowed all the way down to about to tick to 10. So good comeback for Justus as we hit the final 40.
Yeah, and it's so big for Justus too. We talk about it all the time. These players were basically thrown together for Justus because Justus before the roster deadline didn't even have a team, and it's just good.
Yeah, no, they've done well here, and they played decently in the 5K yesterday. But as we wind down to the final 20, the lead has dropped all the way to 5. As we'll see if, are they about to get, no, they had to get A back. I thought they were about to get 3 cap, but they haven't really done too hot over the past 2. Really, the first 2.5 minutes was all EG. Yeah. Second 2.5, all Justus holding
They're
down.
gonna end up being down by what? Oh, tied. I thought there was going to be an extra tick there. And there was
that makes sense because I literally think like B switched almost at like the exact halfway point of the game. So it was just a tale of 2 halves really as we're going to hop into the second side of domination here and see what they can do differently.
Well, Justus did it. I think that's exactly how you have to counter too. Notice how Justus like gave up on red completely and they were just like, just push white. Let's just push white. And I think that's exactly how you're going to have to battle it. I don't really see how else you can do it because you gotta think, like, if you're spawning with your team, if you're pushing white, you're gonna spawn white, which is better than spawning, like, back red.
Yeah.
Versus, like, Karma with an AR, like, because that's a nightmare. I really don't know. I'm just gonna wait, to be honest. I'm just gonna wait for Krim to, like, tell me.
Oh, yeah, I don't expect to really figure out any strategies.
See, I like that whole idea.
I
feel like Sherlock Holmes.
I watch what EG does, and then I'm like, hey, Pat, so what did you do there? And he's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, all right, cool, I'll talk about that when I cast.
I try to figure it out, maybe just because I was a player, and it's cool to get that.
Yeah, I like to understand, but I'm different from you, and I always have been. I have to play.
You have to play. I don't have to play.
When I grind a game, man, I will figure it out. But just from watching, no, I got to talk to players and stuff, and just get their watching it play out here. I just do. Especially when I'm talking, when we're casting, I don't really know what's going on.
There's like a couple spots where I highlighted. I'm like, oh, this is what's happening.
Great plays there.
But for the most part,
the only put it this way, the only things I say that I understand what's going on is stuff that I've basically been told by the players. So thank you, members of top teams, for keeping it classy.
And we're going to go ahead and hop on board here with the members of EG because you can't watch their stream, but you can hear.
Yeah, that's one of the nicest things about us being able to do this with UGC and do a lot of these league match games is you can't really see them at all. They can't stream on Twitch for the MLG games, obviously the league.
Look at that.
So we'll show quite a bit. Running an AR, interesting.
Very, very.
Well, we've seen teams run
on the
an
360.
AR or an LMG though, just off the spawn. They run it off the break, get into second story, lock down B, and then as soon as that first death comes, they switch into a sub. So
it's interesting because when you're on A side, you don't really have a spot you can go to besides like second level beer, which is I'm doing this just so I can show you. This is second level beer. This is basically your line of sight is going to be right here and looking at B flag. But it's not like a top red or a top Owens that you get if you're on the C side of flag. So I don't really know how it's going to work out, but we're going to go ahead and hop on board with EG's bait, a.k.a. Teep.
Yeah, he's basically the glue that holds this squad together
for sure.
when it comes to a lot of his
and
plays.
He's got great hair.
Considered by many arguably the best player in the game, especially with his killing ability and also really his overall objective and movement. So we'll see as he's going to have a nice flank here. He might be able to pick up
well
two.
Done.
Don't think he sees that player in the smoke, so he will drop. But Teep and Krim also going to kill. Pat picks off the other one, and just like that, all 4 members of Justus were cleaned up. So early control here, regardless of killing everyone on B, they too pop that right away. So Justus does have early control.
Yeah, and just like that, I mean, Justus, not only did they get that, but they also get the white spawn, which forced EG to just get destroyed. And Karma's off to a very slow start at 0-2. I'm not sure what's going on with them, but oh my god, they're just dropping. And Dowd is off to a 4-0 start. That is impressive.
Yeah, and we'll just have to see if EG is able to break this. If you're just tuning in, it's 2-1 series lead to EG, and first side of this game for Dom did tie 80-80. So it's very, very, very close. As we see Doubt is wrapping around here, going to be able to put some pressure on C, but does get taken out pretty much immediately by TP. Back over to EG. Karma is taken out, but they do have AC control.
Yeah,
so
that was huge.
They do have a 2 cap right now. This will be tough to hold for a long period of time. But basically, as soon as Justus puts pressure on one of these outer flags, they're going to need to swarm B and try to get control.
Yeah, but it is going to be very, very difficult. I mean, Justus is all kind of staggered around the map, and now Krim is going to go for the cap. Has a guy coming to the right. Will he be able to clean him up? And he does. That is a humongous battle. They will be losing C. They have acquired B, and oh my god, they spawned right next to him.
Okay, that 2 people spawning A was C still neutral? That was
no, C was taken.
Okay, interesting. As 2 spawn A, I'm sure there's some rage out of the members of EG right now. As that was sort of an awkward spawn out of the Justus players. They kind of got a split there, I think. So 3 minutes left to go here. It's what, a 4-point lead right now for Justus. So we do need to see control taken back by EG. They do have C. All right, so BC control set up again. This is what we saw them have for the first half of side 1, where they really locked it down. See if they can continue that control.
This is a big spot here for Teep. Has to. Will. There's 2 more guys actually on B. He's going to challenge. That's a perfect. He's going to get the 4. He gets the 1. All 4 people.
Wow.
Teep showing off his tits. Tits for TP. Hashtag it.
That was a credible play by him. With 2.5 left to go here, that might have been a game changer because they're able to set up here, get complete control, and also press their home button.
And so now Krim's going to be pushing up. Has a guy going to challenge him. He is able to win that battle. Not able to get the 2-piece. Patrick Price, though, is over here as well. So now, as you can tell, look, because of this, they're just going to be able to hold mid-map right away. Karma's going to be able to keep this pressure on, and they're going to be coming from the crate side of things. And Karma's going to be cleaned up here, but Krim and Teep are going to be able to handle it.
Yeah, someone's got to be in a position. Oh, God, Twizz just got a 2-piece. Krim's really the only one here to try and lock down B as the rest of his team is coming off of spawn. And they got that back C spawn. One already up to help it be. Just like that, Karma 2-piece. Krim gets 1. All of Justus basically cleaned up, and they hold the 2-cap. So, similar
He's not missing it. This is bad.
Oh, my God. He just shredded through their spawn there.
Call him the Super Shredder. And these guys aren't the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so they're not beating them.
Okay. I like the logic there. But as we get down to the final 90 seconds, the lead has extended to 13. Again, they tied 80-80 on the first side. So this is EG's game to lose right now. They still do have 2-cap control.
Yeah. No, I mean, 80 seconds on the clock here. You would be a fool to say that Justus is going to take this one. But it is possible. Based on the position, you have to give the advantage to EG. I mean, Karma's going to be pushing up here. I think that's going to be Eggs actually sitting red 3. So Eggs actually has made the play call to go to an AR. And as we all know about EG, it's really who's feeling it decides to switch.
Yeah, and again, when you have a 2-cap control and they've got a nice setup going here, it's a lot easier to be kind of a stationary player with that AR. And they do have control. They've held this for the past minute and a half. Again, this is modeling kind of that first half of the first side, and they're looking very, very strong. Yeah,
well, Justus actually has decided to go for the flip here, and down goes yet another member. We're going to jump on board with Justus and see if they're able to pull this one out. That's going to be the alpha.
Even with 3-cap down and up, it's over. So
I didn't even look at the
20
time.
Points of separation. Yeah, they jumped out quick there, and they pulled it out at 20. So big plays. I mean, Teep with that quad, and then right after the quad, I think it was Krim that pushed through crates to their spawn and ripped through 3 of them. And really never looked back. So good effort out of them. It's going to be a 3-1 series victory here for EG, and it will keep them atop the leaderboard.
Yeah.
S&D Blitz. They only lost game 1.
It's weird. Things went so fast. I'm used to the 5K.
Well,
I was used to the 5K. I was like, you know how it took for
getting from game 1 to game 2 was like 30 minutes because the host got ended 2 or 3 times.
That's
2, 3, and 4 kind of got ripped off quickly. So
my days just blurred together.
Definitely picked up a bit there. Is Krim goes big, 3 caps, 21-9. TP at 17-12. And like we say, when TP is slaying as well, they are a very, very tough team to beat, and they pull that out.